Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to make a non-bioactive hatchling mourning gecko enclosure. Last time I showed you how to make kind of a grow out enclosure. This will also work, but this is actually safer for hatchlings. So if you have eggs at the ready and you want to put them inside of a container, I'd recommend putting them in a non-bioactive container actually, because hatchlings might accidentally eat the substrate in a bioactive enclosure. So I would recommend making a non-bioactive, and I will be showing you how to right now. First up, what you'll need is a soldering iron of some sort to cut a hole in the top. You can cut this any size on the top. I'm gonna kind of cut around these top things. And by the way, this Sterilite tub I just found today at the store. It's very convenient. It's 2.5 quarts about, and it seemed to be the perfect size, so we're gonna use it. Also, when using a soldering iron, I would recommend doing it outside or in a well-ventilated room or underneath, like an oven smoke sucker thingamabob, because you don't want to inhale the fumes of plastic being melted, because it's not very good for you. So I'd recommend either doing it outside or with one of the smoke things. So there's that. Okay, and once you've gotten carpal tunnel and lost all of your brain cells, you'll have something that looks like this. If you are under 18, I would recommend having your parent cut it out with a soldering iron or use some kind of blade to cut it, because with a soldering iron, it kind of smooths it out, which is why I like to use it. If you cut it, it might break the plastic, and also it'll make it sharp on the edges, which I don't particularly like the look of. And soldering irons just make it look better in my opinion. But I would have your adult figure do that for you. And once we have this, we can go ahead and remove this. And then what you want to do is go ahead and grab your trusty dusty silicone, a little piece of screen, and some gloves. Once you have your gloves on, again, I would recommend, if you're not 18 or 16 or just 18, have your adult use silicone, because it can be really messy, and yeah. Also, I'd recommend doing this outside. I'm actually gonna grab a piece of cardboard to do this on, and I'll be right back. And once you have that piece of cardboard, you'll wanna go ahead and cut a piece of screen to size. I'm gonna cut it just to fit inside of here. So let me go ahead and just snip this real quick down to size, so it fits just right in there like that. And that way, actually I'm going to cut a little bit shorter because you still want it to close, but you also want to provide a lot of ventilation and not to cut it a little bit too short, because after that, no matter how many times you cut it, it will still be too short. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and take your silicone, or you can use hot glue. I prefer silicone because it's silicone. And what you want to do is you want to get the little solid bead up the front off, because that's just junk. And you want to go ahead and just apply the silicone all around this. Oops. I'm still not the best at using silicone, so this might be a little bit amusing to watch. And once you've got a decent enough bead going around, go ahead and put the silicone right there. You want to just smear it through here, so that way it goes through to the other side and it sticks to the plastic. And once you've done that well enough, you'll want to let that cure for 24 hours. So have fun with that. But I'm not going to let it cure for 24 hours. I'm going to set this to the side, as in outside, because it smells like silicone, and let that cure. And once you've gone ahead and had that dry, you don't really need that for this part, but you want to go ahead and take this container and you want to get a paper towel. And then an easy way to get the paper towel to the right size is to put the bottom on the paper towel, and then to either just rip it or cut it. I have these scissors right here, so I'm just gonna cut it. First person to ever cut paper towel. There you go. You want to just go ahead and, doesn't have to be snug to the bottom, but make it look somewhat nice in there. And once you've done that, what you want to do, you don't really need a whole lot because it is just hatchlings. And they'll only be in this for a month or so before they grow big enough to be trusted. You want to give them some climbing area, a little bit more climbing area as well. And then you want to go ahead and take the eggs. So you can see Big Mama recently laid 2 very nice eggs. You want to just go ahead and set those in here. You'll want to leave this in a room temperature or slightly above room temperature spot, so that way the eggs can, you know, hatch. And they hatch perfectly fine at room temperature or slightly above. And once the lid is done curing, you can go ahead and put that on here and lock it up, and then just mist through the top every now and then for the eggs. I don't know if that's necessary, but it's what I do. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.